Does anybody know what show this is from? Yes. And does anybody know what Raj does, or what he's majoring in? Yes. Essentially, I want to do what Raj is majoring in. I want to become an astrophysicist. So this is a picture of the high school I went to. I graduated in 2009 from King City High School. I went to San Lorenzo Middle School. Does anybody know where King City is at? Yeah. Oh wow, I'm surprised. That's more than I expected. So King City is essentially a smaller replica of Salinas. So we have the same problems, same demographics. I will be transferring to UC Santa Cruz this winter, and I get to study astrophysics. And what I'm interested in studying are black holes. Does anybody here know what a black hole is? So you go first. Yes, that's correct. That's a very great way of saying it. He said that it was like an abyss in space, which is true. It's this point in space where gravity is so immense that not even light can escape. Okay, so a little bit of background. My family, both my mom and dad, are from Mexico. They are from a small city called Acámbaro, Guanajuato. I guess that means you guys know where that's at. Right? It's about 2.5 hours away from the pyramids at Teotihuacan, Mexico City. It's pretty close by too. We visit there frequently. On my mom's side of the family, I'm the oldest grandson. So I have about 14 younger cousins than me, and it's pretty challenging having to be their role model. You can't mess up. On my dad's side of the family, there's a lot of they're affiliated with gangs, and this impacted me somewhat later down the road. That's me. That's me at the pyramids. If you go to Mexico, I like visiting the pyramids. Okay, so one of the things that really got me into wondering what was beyond our planet was Star Wars. Has anybody ever seen any of these movies? All right. So every time I watch one of these movies, it had me thinking, what's out there? What's keeping everything together? What are these bright glowing objects in the sky? Why are some different colors? Why are some bigger? What's that cloud-looking thing in the sky? So this just got me into thinking a little bit more and wanting to learn more about astronomy. My mom would take me to the library and she'd let me choose out books. And the books I'd always go for were not Harry Potter, no comics. I'd always go for books on black holes, on stars, quasars, all kinds of other space objects. And instead of watching cartoons on Saturdays, like every normal kid, I watch this guy. Does anybody know who this is? Yes, he's not around anymore. His name was Carl Sagan. He had a show called Cosmos. And every Saturday morning, I'd be so excited to wake up and turn on the television and watch his show. His show really just got me going more into wanting to know more about space. One of the greatest Christmas presents I ever received was from my parents. In the I believe it was around the 4th grade, they got me a telescope. And that was kind of a bad idea because it had me being outside until like 2 in the morning trying to find planets and other stuff. I really didn't have much luck, but one of the things I really enjoyed looking at was this. This is the moon, but does anybody know what's going on with the moon? Yes, I heard it everywhere. It is a lunar eclipse. So this happens when light from the sun hits the atmosphere, and this red wavelength is the only one that can make it to the moon. And another object I would observe was, anybody know what this one is? Yes, Jupiter. It's actually Jupiter. Saturn has rings. Okay. So before I get to this, I want to talk a little bit about my middle school and high school career. In middle school, when I was in 6th grade, when I had just entered middle school, I would be picked on and bullied because my family had ties with gangs. And at that age, I thought it would, in order to be safe, protected, I should join a gang too, so I would not be picked on. And this would affect me greatly. All the way throughout high school, I saw a lot of my friends just either end up in jail or pass away. It was around my sophomore year in high school, I had an instructor come up to me and he told me, you have so much potential, but you're wasting it in the wrong places. Don't follow the crowd, make your own crowd. It wasn't until my senior year in high school where my best friend was he was killed. And it hit me, is this the way I want to be remembered, as just another number in the homicide rate? It was then where I said, you know what, I'm going to continue going to college, and I'm going to try making, the best person I can be, not just for me, but for the community, because I don't want anyone else going through those same things. I want to break that chain. And I started attending Hartnell right after I graduated from high school, and one of my instructors in math made me realize that I could do it. I could actually go back to what I liked as a kid, and all the way through high school I still kept my love for astronomy. I'd invite friends to come over and look at objects with me, and it made me realize that I have a potential in actually accomplishing what I want to do. So after a couple of years at Hartnell, I took an internship class, and I got an internship at the Naval Postgraduate School. And does anybody know what this is? Has anybody seen one of these ever? They've been around since like the mid-1800s. Kind of like a light bulb, but not exactly. Not yet, not yet. It's a Crookes radiometer. So what happens is when we shine light on it, it should start spinning. And what I'm trying to figure out is if we can use that for an alternative source of solar energy. And let's see if this works. This is actually one of the ones I constructed over the summer. It's moving so fast that my computer is actually having issues. I'm sorry, the camera had issues keeping up with the frame, with the speed of it, because its frame count was too slow. So that's something I was working on during this summer. And that's me in the lab, is trying to see what's going on, make it work, make some adjustments. Another internship I did over the summer was quasars probing quasars. So I'm working with UC Santa Cruz, and what I'm trying to do is figure out when the universe was reionized. In other words, when how black holes emit a lot of energy, and how that energy causes the elements around it to lose electrons and be able to make new stuff. And this means that I have to do a lot of math and computer work to make telescopes in San Diego work for what we wanted to do. And the one internship I enjoyed the most, because I get to interact with people, and you are all welcome to come anytime to this, is the one at Fremont Peak Observatory. Has anybody ever gone to Fremont Peak? Yes? Did you like it? Awesome. Yeah, well, we're up there usually during the summer. We just ended, but we should be having special events during November. And here's a picture of myself and the rest of the gang. And these are some of the objects we would look at. Does anybody know what this is? I heard a cloud, I heard nebula, and I heard a galaxy, all of which can be right answers. It's a nebula, but it is a cloud of gas, and they are inside of galaxies, so right on. How about that? Yes, galaxy. Galaxy. Andromeda Galaxy. It's the biggest galaxy near us. How about this one? Okay, does anyone know what this is? And it's stars. Yes, and this is what happened. This is what's going to happen to our galaxy sometime in the future. It's just going to lose gas and going to become what we call a globular cluster. And as a closing statement, I just want to say you're going to want to work hard right now to play later. And believe me, it will pay off. I have friends that right now decided to play first, and now they're working hard in things you probably don't want to be working in, such as out in the fields. If you have the opportunity to continue going to school, just do it. It pays off in the long run. Right now, I'm having so much fun doing what I do, and I met Juanita. She enjoys doing what she does, and it was totally worth the pain and sacrifices. And yes, the only person that can tell you can't reach your dreams is yourself. Don't limit yourself and do whatever you can to accomplish your goals. And if you guys ever need any advice or help on something, or you want me to come over and do some physics demos for a group of friends for you, or if you want directions to the observatory, I have left my contact information and the information for the observatory. So any questions you might have, or if you need some advice, please let me know. I'll be more than glad to help out.